It's time to put down the bottle and it's time to give up alcohol. Now, I'm nearly 5 years without having a drink, and here's how I done it. Now, I know right now, right, that alcohol or going out partying too much or going out drinking is ruining your life and it's ruining your results, right? And you're drinking all the time because you're trying to escape from something, you're trying to mask something, right? Or you're just trying to run away from your problems. Now, before we jump into today's video, I want to go over the reason why I gave up the drink and a wee bit about me on why it was so detrimental for me. Now, just to clarify, now I do not promote drinking. I promote a clean life, of clean standards, right, of integrity, of fitness, of health, for you to be at your highest level. And not a lot of people will promote that, and that's absolutely fine, okay? But I know what works for me, and I also know what works for men to get the best results. Now, for me, growing up in the west of Scotland, drinking, even today, is a very normal part of the culture, and it's a very normal part of life in many countries. Now, I got involved with heavy drugs, heavy alcohol at quite a young age, right? And this again got me mixing with the wrong environments, and I had a lot of anxiety and a lot of going on in my own life at a very young age. Now, when I picked up drink for the first time, I realised that it gave me more confidence, fake confidence, and it helped me run away from my problems or the problems that I was going through at the time. Now, I became so reliant on it that I was drinking throughout the week. I was drinking on the weekends. I was drinking by myself. And I was doing this for a good few years. And then this turned into taking heavy drugs and things along those lines. So I was never someone that could go out, have a few drinks. I was always someone who had to take it all out and take it to the full extreme. Now, after a few years of telling myself that I had to stop, that I had to change, I had to change my life for the better, I kept breaking the promise to myself and going to the shop or going to the pubs and continuing to drink. Now, this obviously attracted a lifestyle and events and circumstances that were not going to build my life up in any way, shape or form. Now, I still remember today the last time I had a drink, and by the way, this is multiple times of me telling myself that this was going to be the last time, but this time was different. Now, I was working at the time and my manager dropped me off near my home, but I had to jump into one of my pals' house to pick up a book, believe it or not, okay? Because at this point I was trying to get into my self-development, reading, going to the gym, and just trying to learn how to develop and to escape the life that I was in. I was making small improvements by this time, and this is a clear indication that your life is about to change. If you're making progress and you are trying to change yourself for the good, new pathways and new doors of opportunity will begin to open. So I went into my pal's house to pick up a book, and he offered me a drink. Now, it wasn't a lot, it was only maybe a glass or two, and I was hesitant because I was like, in my mind, is it even worth doing? Is there any point in even doing this? Because we just came off a heavy weekend the week before, and I had that glass, picked up the book, and then I walked home. And in my head, when I was walking home, I was saying to myself, this is the last time. It's pointless, I'm not enjoying it anymore, and I know now that I have some sort of purpose that can take me to building a new lifestyle and new habits, and it was the last time that I ever touched alcohol. Now, the reason it was the last time, because I was so honest and upfront with myself on the weeks up to that, the months up to that, that it just did not serve me at all. It did not serve my potential. It did not serve the man I wanted to be. And it was a vice for me, okay? So you need to recognize the vices for you in your life and be real and honest with yourself if they're holding yourself back. Now, the reason why you cannot give up the drink, right? And the reason why you're finding it so hard to stop drinking and using it as a vice is because you lack confidence. You lack confidence. You lack being yourself. You cannot be in a social setting, right, on the weekends sober. And it's as simple as that. You fear, right? You fear being yourself. You fear being who you truly are. And you don't have any confidence. That's why you pick up the drink every weekend when you're in the social events with your friends or you're out at these places, because it gives you the confidence, the fake confidence, right? The illusion of confidence that you don't have. And you've not recognized this at all. And it's an unconscious pattern that you have been living by for years now. So that is the first reason why you cannot give up the bevy, and why it's important for you to really establish new standards, but also a new level of awareness. And this is what I was doing when I was drinking alcohol all of the time. Now, the second one is you're a drifter. You lack purpose. There's nothing going on in your life. That's why when it hits Friday, that you want to get out to the pubs, you want to start to go to the clubs and drink, because there's nothing going on in your life. Now, if there's nothing going on in your life, then your habits, your actions are all going to be geared towards chaos, right? You're never going to make anything of yourself. And your girlfriend, your family, whoever you have in your life at the moment, they're not respecting you to your full capabilities, because you're not showing up for your best. So you lack purpose. So when I changed my life, right, I had a new ambition, right? I directed my thoughts, my energy, my focus to new outcomes. I surround myself with new people, and I believe that I could have a life without living destructively with these sort of vices. But purpose is key, because purpose gives you a meaning, it gives you ambition, it gives you focus to build a better life for yourself. If you don't have purpose, then you're going to continue to fall into the traps of alcohol, of all these other vices that are going to destroy your life. So find your purpose, right? Or establish new standards, set your mind on a new level of thinking, and go after life with a new intention. It's as simple as that. So when I had that purpose, when I decided that I wanted to build my own business that was completely foreign to me at the time, because I came up from a place where I never seen that, had no qualifications. I was like rock bottom of my life, deep dark depression, anxiety, was drinking all the time, right? But when I decided that I wanted to have a big goal that was going to truly push me outside my comfort zone, I had no time to drink anymore. I had no time to waste on the weekend, because I had that purpose and I was locked in. Was I perfect straight away? No, not at all. But if you have that purpose, it gives you a new meaning of life. Now, the last reason is you cannot see yourself as a person who does not drink. Your self-image is based around a guy who drinks alcohol. And you think it's so normal now that you cannot let it go. Now, I'm here to challenge you today. How would your life look, right, if you were healthy, fit, thriving, and you believed in who you were and you had real confidence? How would your life look if you could say no to things? How would your life look if you gave up alcohol for 6 months, a year? You need to ask yourself these questions. You need to create a new self-image, right? A new understanding of someone that you can be, that is not in the old way or the old frame that you've been currently living in, because it's not serving the life that you're trying to build. And this is all experience from my own life. Nearly 5 years without touching alcohol. Built my own business. We're building every day. We're the fittest we've ever been. We're boxing, right? We're going after life with full intention. Is it perfect? No. But we live a clean life, a pure life, right? And we try our best to live with the standards that we've set out to live by. Integrity. Right? Looking back now, there is no better feeling than waking up and relying on yourself without these false and fake substances. When you get to a point where you are happy with who you are and you're developing your own confidence, right, and you're not following what everyone else is doing, that's when you set new standards and you start to really set yourself apart from the crowd. And when you set yourself apart from the crowd, you're walking in your own authority and you're being who you truly want to be. Going out all the time, drinking, right? Trying to mask the problems that you're facing. You're only doing one thing, and that is running away. And when you're running away and you're on the defensive, you'll never build the life that you want. So I'm here to promote a pure message here. Expand your mind. See a life of your highest potential. See a life with more confidence. See a life with you in the best shape of your life. It's possible. You have to first recognize and have the awareness that it's there. So you're drinking all the time now because you lack confidence, okay? You lack purpose and you cannot see yourself without it. If anything resonated, comment in the comments section below. Check the description. We have a few trainings out to help men unlock their highest potential. Any questions, let me know and we'll chat in the comment section below.